Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for the brand new Walking Dead episode, which comes out within a few days, which is titled Ghosts. This is episode 3 of season 10. So, based on what we've had so far, we've had this 10-minute, or not 10-minute, 1-minute kind of sneak peek, and then we had, of course, the 30-second trailer that we have. And also, we can base off of things from the actual trailer itself to kind of piece together what we think might happen. Now, I'm not going to do this for every episode. The predictions are just going to be for the bigger episodes, and this episode seems like it might be a huge one, so I think it's worth doing a video like this for sure. So, first things first, it seems like what's going to happen is Carol's going to leave. She's going to see Alpha there, and she's going to leave. And she's going to go back to her people and go back, okay? Alpha's going to be pissed, and she's going to send Gamma to Alexandria. Now, how do the Whisperers know where Alexandria is? I have no idea. Maybe they'll scout someone out, see someone going from Hilltop to Alexandria, because as far as I know, they only really know where Hilltop and Kingdom are. I don't think they know where Alexandria is, at least to this point in the story, so I'm assuming they might show them finding out somehow as to where Alexandria is, because Gamma appears at Alexandria's gate, and then you see Daryl and Michonne outside of Alexandria, and they are kind of worried because there's a whisper in their front door, basically. And Gamma says to go to the border to meet with Alpha, and therefore the people know we got to do this. And they don't know if it's a trap, or they don't know if she just wants to talk, because maybe it is something that they just want to talk about. Maybe it is something like, okay, we'll discuss different border opportunities. Maybe they want to be civil, but then people realize, no, there's no way it's going to be civil. You know, these people, they're setting up a trap and they're going to try to kill us. So they got to decide, what should we do? And in the sneak peek, they're setting up a plan where they're going to put certain people in different sections of the border. They're going to have people going to the border itself to meet with Alpha, people going on the right side, and people going on the left side of the border to kind of cover as much ground as possible so none of the Whisperers can sneak into their side of the fields. And I do believe this is when they're going to take Negan alongside Aaron, because in the trailer, I remember Gabriel was saying that, you know, Aaron's low on fighters and Negan's a great fighter, so you might as well take him. So Negan is probably going to go with them to this border, and that's going to be awesome. Not the main border itself. I mean the border on either the right or left side that Aaron's group is going to go with, which I'm really excited to see Negan in action. Now, I don't personally think it's going to break out in a massive war in this episode. I don't think we're going to see a battle just yet. I think it's going to be a little bit more tamed, maybe a little bit slower paced, maybe a little bit like they send a few Whisperers in and then they have to kill a few people, and then maybe they'll send some walkers in and they'll have to kill some of the walkers. But I don't think it's going to be a full-on battle just yet. I hope it is. I really would love to see that, but I just don't know if we're ready to that point. So then, of course, we see clips of them actually going to the border itself. We got tons of people. They're full with weapons and spears and everything they got. They don't really have much ammo. I'm pretty sure they don't really use guns anymore because none of them are using guns. So they haven't really discussed that all that much, though, as to why they're not using guns anymore. And I just assume it's just the fact that they just don't have much ammo left. I mean, it's been like 6 years since All Out War, which I think maybe they might do a story where Eugene tries to get a bullet factory back up and running so they can actually get bullets for this particular occasion. We'll have to wait and see on that. And then, of course, the Whisperers approach the border, and there's a lot of them. There's a shitload, and Alpha is, there leading. And I like this a lot, actually, that the Highwaymen, one of the ladies from the Highwaymen, I believe, says that the Highwaymen want justice. I love that, because this is what I predicted was going to happen back in like the summer when I was doing those if I was the showrunner of season 10, what I would do with the story. I had a particular portion of the story that the Highwaymen wanted justice for what happened, because I said there's no way they would kill off Ozzy and Alec for no reason. They're not just going to have those Highwaymen come here, have the two main ones get killed off, and then we'll never see them again, or maybe we'll see them here and there, tell up in the war, but that's about it. I knew they were going to do something with them, and thank God they are. They are pissed off. They want justice. They want to attack them, even though Michonne's saying we should go on this quietly and not freak out and not start shooting and lighting people up when we don't have to. Of course, they need to be ready, but they don't need to be completely certain that that's what they need to do. And then we get this shot, which is really interesting. It shows Aaron with what looks like his group that he had on one side of the border a whole group of walkers, and Aaron's bloody, and he looks like he just got into some crazy shit. So I think that maybe the Whisperers did actually attack with a group of walkers. I don't think they attacked themselves. Maybe a few of them went in the herd, but I don't think it's going to be some massive battle like I said. But I do think they had a large group of walkers, and I think that's what happened here. I think they sent them out through the border to kind of take out some of the people, at least keep them company, and they took care of them. I'm hoping Negan's a part of this. Like I said, I really do think he will be. Can't wait to see Negan in action because we haven't seen that in a while, so I'm really excited for that. And last but not least, which was something I find interesting, is Daryl is fighting walkers in Alexandria, and then you see Michonne fighting walkers in Alexandria. So that means they sent a herd or a mini herd to Alexandria. But what I'm curious about is we see Gamma at morning time. So this is the possibilities that I could see happening here. So either this is after they met at the border, and maybe they sent a herd to them, and then the herd followed them back to Alexandria. But that's doubtful to me. Maybe this was just some walkers that came out afterwards, or maybe they went back to Alexandria after it, and then they found that Alexandria was just taken over by walkers out of nowhere. Not like a lot, maybe like 20 or so walkers, and then they had to take them out. Or this is before. Maybe they sent the walkers here as a little bit of a warning message, right? They take them out, and then the next morning, that's when Gamma shows up. So that's probably a possibility as well. Final shot that I want to show is Carol goes in this building, and she looks like a school, maybe like a gym from a school. And there's a walker or a Whisperer standing there. So this is a building, might be around the border somewhere, maybe. And it seems like Carol approaches it and sees a Whisperer. I hope it becomes a one-on-one cat fight between this Whisperer and Carol, and I hope we see Carol just destroy this Whisperer. That would be cool to see, and I cannot wait to see such of a thing. I really am expecting this episode to be a really, really good one. I'm really hoping I'm not wrong. I don't know, man. It's seeming pretty good by these teasers, I gotta say. And then, of course, we have the Whisperers pulling out their weapons, and I love how they have guns. That makes them so much more threatening when they have guns. I mean, the Whisperers themselves, I love them as villains, right? But they're sometimes not that threatening. They're threatening when you don't know about them, right? They were very threatening in season 9 because they didn't know about them. So it was like any walker could just be Whisperer. But once they'll know about them, it's like, okay, every time you see a walker now, either just avoid it or be careful. They're not as nerve-wracking, that's the thing. But them having guns changes it completely because now they're long range. So that's awesome. I'm really, really excited to see what goes on here. And I don't think this is like them attacking here. I think this is them just approaching the border at first and being like whipping out their guns, getting ready to, make sure to do anything just in case Michonne, Daryl, or Carol tries anything. And that's just about what they're doing. So, oh my God, I can't wait. I really am curious as to how long this Whisperer War is going to last, because it could either last a whole season or a half a season or just like 13 episodes. I guarantee you it'll be like 13 to 14 episodes. So I think it's going to be like the season finale, a little bit before the finale. I don't think it's going to be like All Out War where they made it go for the entirety of the season. I think they're going to cut it a little bit shorter than that, maybe like episode 13 or 14, like I said. So we'll have like 2 extra episodes, maybe like a minor time jump or something, and maybe like, I don't know, we can see some of the Commonwealth being introduced, and maybe that's the finale itself is actually the road to the Commonwealth, and maybe that kind of gives sort of a, I guess, intro into season 11, which could be titled as Road to Commonwealth, and that'll be like the title that season 11 uses, and it'll be kind of like how they go about advertising that season, because season 8 advertised it with All Out War, season 9 advertised A New Beginning, season 10 they didn't advertise it with this, but that's kind of what we know it as, is the Whisperer War. And season 11, like I said, could be Road to Commonwealth, and eventually they'll reach Commonwealth probably around season 11, episode 4 or 5 or something like that, and then we'll see it in all its glory in season 11, and that'll change The Walking Dead in its significant way, because the Commonwealth is a very different storyline than we've had anything else previously in the franchise, at least for the comics. I'm assuming they're going to handle it very different in the show, though. I don't think it's going to be similar at all to the comics, because they know that a lot of people didn't really like the Commonwealth story in the comics, so I feel like they're going to change it up a little bit just to give what the fans actually want, and I feel like that's something they're going to do. So Also to kind of connect it with the movies a little bit as well. I feel like they might try that a little bit. So regardless, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Any predictions you have, doesn't matter. Let me know and I'll reply if I have the time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.